ChatGPT feels like magic, right? You type a question, and almost instantly you get an answer. It feels like you're talking to something that understands you. But here's the secret. There's no thinking, no consciousness, no real understanding like a human has. So what's actually happening behind the screen when you hit enter? It's not magic, it's math. And today, we're going to break down exactly how ChatGPT works, step by step, in a way that anyone can understand. First things first, and this is the most important part, ChatGPT is not a brain. It doesn't know facts the way you and I do. It doesn't grasp the meaning of words or concepts. It doesn't have memories or beliefs. At its core, ChatGPT is a language prediction system. Its one and only job is to predict the next most likely word in a sentence. Think of it less like a superintelligent being and more like a super-powered autocomplete on your phone. It's been trained on an unimaginable amount of text, and from that it has learned the patterns of human language. So when it seems like it's thinking, what it's really doing is running a complex statistical calculation to figure out which word should come next. So, how does it do that? It all starts with a process called tokenization. When you type a sentence like ChatGPT is amazing, it doesn't see that sentence the way we do. Instead, it breaks your text down into smaller pieces called tokens. Tokens can be whole words, parts of words, or even just punctuation. So, ChatGPT is amazing might get broken down into ChatGPT is amaz and ing. This process turns your human language into a format that the machine can work with. It's the first crucial step in translating your request into something the neural network can process. Every single thing you type gets chopped up into these tokens before anything else happens. Once your sentence is broken down into tokens, they are fed into a massive neural network. This network is the heart of ChatGPT. It's a complex digital structure with billions of connections, often called parameters. These parameters are like adjustable knobs that were fine-tuned during its training. As the tokens travel through the layers of this network, the system starts to analyze patterns. The early layers might look for basic grammar and sentence structure. Deeper layers start to understand context, the relationships between words, and the subtle nuances of language. It's not memorizing anything word for word. Instead, it's performing a series of mathematical calculations to understand the statistical relationship between the tokens you provided. It's all about probabilities and patterns, not knowledge and memory. And that brings us to the next step. Probability, not answers. After the neural network has processed your input, ChatGPT doesn't search a database for a pre-written answer. It starts generating its response one token at a time. For every single word it writes, it's actually calculating the probability of every possible word that could come next. Imagine a list of thousands of potential words, each with a probability score. ChatGPT then selects the token with the highest probability, adds it to the response, and then repeats the entire process for the next word. It's a chain reaction of predictions. The cat sat on the ... double quotes. The model predicts Matt is more likely than banana. It builds its entire response, word by word, by always choosing the most statistically likely next piece of the puzzle. So, where did it learn all these probabilities? That comes from its training. ChatGPT was trained on a colossal amount of text data scraped from the internet books, articles, websites, conversations, and even computer code. During this training phase, the model was shown trillions of examples of human writing. The goal was to teach it to predict the next word in a sentence. It would be given a piece of text and asked to guess what comes next. If it guessed wrong, its internal parameters, those billions of little knobs, were adjusted slightly to make it more accurate next time. Over and over again, billions of times. Through this process, it didn't learn facts about the world. It learned the patterns of how humans connect words and build sentences. Now, let's talk about what happens when you actually ask it a question. This live response process is called inference. When you type your prompt, ChatGPT is not searching the internet in real time. It's not looking up answers on Google. It's using the patterns it learned during its training to generate a brand new response from scratch. The entire answer is created on the fly, token by token, using its pre-trained knowledge of language patterns. This is why it can generate unique text every time, and why it can respond so quickly. It's not retrieving information. It's creating language based on mathematical probability. Because ChatGPT is just a language predictor and not a truth teller, it can and does make mistakes. This is a really important thing to remember. Sometimes it will generate answers that sound incredibly confident and plausible, but are completely wrong. This is often called hallucination. It's not lying, because it doesn't know what's true or false. It's simply generating a sequence of words that is statistically likely based on its training data. If the patterns it learned suggest a certain connection between words, it will create it, even if that connection isn't factually correct. That's why you should always double-check any important information it gives you. So, if it can make mistakes, what is ChatGPT actually good for? It's an incredibly powerful tool, as long as you use it for the right tasks. It excels at explaining complex concepts in simple terms, summarizing long articles or documents, brainstorming ideas, and writing first drafts of emails, essays, or even code. It's a fantastic creative partner and a productivity booster. The key is to think of it as an assistant, not an expert. It's a tool to help you think right and create more efficiently. It's not a replacement for your own critical thinking and judgment. So, to wrap it all up, ChatGPT isn't conscious intelligence. It's prediction at a massive scale. It's a system that has learned the statistical patterns of human language so well that it can imitate conversation and create remarkably human-like text. And yet, that prediction is powerful enough to change how we work, learn, and communicate. It's a game-changing tool, and now you know what's really happening every time you type a prompt and watch the magic unfold. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the tech that's shaping our world. See you next time.